Hey guys, today's workout will be more like a strength session. I figured looking at the workouts this week, quite a few burpees and stuff that we could do with a nice strength session, a bit lower intensity but equally important. We're gonna do 4 exercises and we're gonna do 4 rounds. The exercises, 2 of them will work on our posterior chain. I think that if you did the million minutes of plank yesterday, you will appreciate that I will not work on the Fs today. Probably you're a little bit sore, not to mention the max repetitions of sit-ups from yesterday. So we're gonna do a good morning version and we're gonna do a glute bridge version, more like accessory type of movements, nice and controlled. And we are going to do a pressing movement and the pulling movement as well. For now, first I will go through the movements and I will tell you what options you can use. So the first is going to be a weighted good morning. You will hold the weight, whatever weight you have at home, in a goblet position. So I have this dumbbell here, I'm holding it like this and I make sure that it's in contact with my body. And on the way down in the good morning, I will move nice and controlled. Stand up and squeeze the butt. This will be our first movement. If you think that this weight for you, whatever you have at home, is too heavy and you would lose the upper back and you would look like this, then please do without the weight. I want that you do it with nice and straight back. The second movement will be a seated press, either with a kettlebell or with a dumbbell. Probably the trickiest part here will be to get the dumbbell in the starting position. You're gonna sit with nice and straight back, straight legs, kinda, little bend is fine. And we're gonna press and back. All right, I hope that your weight is allowing you to do this. However, if your weight is too light for this because you feel that with the pressing with 2 hands you don't get anything out of it, then feel free to do one arm first and other arm after, same seated position. If you're doing with one arm, then you can put your other arm to the ground or to the side to help you stay in balance. The third movement will be glute bridge variation with a weight. The weight will not be a big problem here. You will just have it on you. You can hold on to it so that it doesn't fall, and you're just gonna up, hold, and back. As I said, you can move way more weight than you have at home, probably for most of us. It's just adding a little bit of weight, so it's rather holding that top position of the glute bridge, squeezing the butt, activate those muscles, and then back. The fourth movement will be a variation of a dumbbell or a kettlebell row. We're gonna be on our knees. So if I'm working with my right hand, then I will be in this position. So I'm on my left knee, my right leg is to the side. It can be like this or this, but I prefer this because this gives me more stability. And I try to isolate this movement only. So I pull, on the way down I show control, I put it down, so I do a dead stop, and then I'm doing it again, so it's not like this. It's nice and controlled accessory strength movements. All right, our magic number today will be up, other than the 4, because we do 4 movements and 4 rounds is 12. So we are going to do 12 of everything. As for the single arm movement, we're gonna do 6 and 6. In order for the single arm row for 6 repetitions would make sense, you need to be in much control of that movement. So depending on how heavy is your weight, feel free to prolong the negative part of the movement, because if your weight is too light, for 6 repetitions, you will really not get much out of it. So judge for yourself And if you think it would make sense to go 5 seconds on the way down, because that's how it's challenging, the 5th and the 6th reps, you should feel that that's kinda, you have to work for it, then by all means do that. If you think that even lowering down for a few seconds is super hard, then just pull, put it back in control and go for the next repetition. Because we have different weights available, please use your best judgment so that this workout makes sense for you. All right, good. So let's get into it. We're gonna obviously warm up, not a lot because it's strength and controlled movement, but still we're gonna go through a few movements. The first one will be like an Inchworm Walkout complex stuff. So you can do it right away with me. So we're gonna start in a standing position. The first thing what we are going to do is I need to go a little bit wider so that I can go down with straight legs. So we are touching the ground. Once you touch the ground, you walk out. We're gonna do a slow negative push-up. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna lie down. We're gonna press to the cobra and back. Press to the cobra and back. And one more time, press to the cobra. Hips up. Walk back. And stand. This was 1. We're gonna go through 2 more times, so 3 total repetitions. Walk out. Negative. 3 push-ups to the cobra. Downward facing dog. And back. And one more time. Walk out. Negative. 1, 2, 3. Press up. And stand. Next, we're gonna go through 10 good mornings. Just hug yourself. And then 10 glute bridges. With of course a second of a pause and squeeze on top. All right, and then we're going to do 2 more rounds of everything, starting with the walkouts. and one more full round to get us nice and warm. All right, so warm up is done. We're gonna start. But of course, there is no workout starting without a little rest before, so that we can prepare physically and mentally. What I didn't say is the rest time. So again, similar to last time, I'm imagining this kind of a superset style. So you go from one exercise to the other, and after a full round, you can get the rest. If you want to measure, then rest about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, depending on how heavy the exercises feel for you. If you don't want to set the clock for now, then don't. Just rest as needed, but make sure that it's not more than 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Again, if you want to do it along with me, then feel free to do so. However, because it's strength, probably our pace can be a little bit different, but feel free to try to tag along with me. If you're faster, wait for me, whichever works for you better. If probably one good option could be that you go through one round with me, because then we make sure that you get the movements right, and then if your pace is different, then feel free to follow your own. So I'm gonna get into it. 12 good mornings will be the first one. Actually, this ball will be pretty good for me to rest on between the rounds. So grabbing a sip of water. And let's go. 12 good mornings. Seated presses are the next movement. So again, try to sit with nice and straight back and almost straight legs. If you are good with hamstring mobility, then probably fully, and 12 press.
If you're trying to
all right, good. Glute bridges for the third movement. Just put it on carefully, obviously, and just try glute bridges with a second pause. All right, 12 reps done, and then 6 and 6 rows again. I will start with my left arm, so my left leg is straight to the side, and I'm doing that stop again, control on the way down. So switch. All right, and that was one round. So if you did it with me, then enjoy some rest, and then feel free to start the next one whenever you are ready. Or of course, if you do it with me, I'm just happier, even if it's gonna happen tomorrow. I feel it already that you're helping me. 3 more rounds. By the way, if any of you missed the CrossFit celebrity drama between Rich Froning and Matt Fraser, I suggest you look it up. It's funny. It all ended well, so still a little bit more rest. That's the good part of a strength session, that you can rest. All right, I'm ready for the second set. So for now, you can follow along, you know the drill, or you can follow your own pace. Just get after it, second round. Seated presses. Just figure that I can go straight into the glute bridges from here. And dumbbell rows. All right, halfway done. On the rest. I'm feeling that I have the good weight for this movement and I do the good pace because it's manageable. I feel I can do the reps, but it's definitely challenging. If in the strength work your heart rate doesn't go up at all, then it's not heavy. So I feel my heart rate as well, of course, a little bit of sweating. This you need in a strength session as well. It's a good demonstration that you work hard. All right, third round for me. By the way, the knee sleeves are only to be able to be on my knees comfortably. And also because I like to copy Alistair's style. I heard that he sleeps in the knee sleeve, so that's the next thing I'm going to try. But anyway, third round. And let's go. Glute bridges. And the rows to close up the third round. Third time the charm, I didn't kick the wall behind me. All right, good. One more rest and one more round. All right, slowly getting ready for the fourth round. To be honest, I didn't really check the clock. I might have rested a minute, maybe a little bit more. Whenever I feel ready, I go for these sets. Probably the more and more you wish to rest between rounds. But last round, starting with the good mornings. Good mornings. the final rows. All right. I hope you guys like this, or if you're still doing it, hope you guys like it. A little bit different, but we shouldn't forget about strength work. So every now and then, it's okay to do something which doesn't shoot your heart rate through the ceiling, but you work nice and controlled. Hopefully, we can do very soon this together with barbells, plates, heavy squats, heavy deadlifts. But until then, this is perfectly fine. With one equipment, a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can do plenty. If you have any questions about strength work or anything, just reach out to me. Come back tomorrow. Latsi and Katja will do a very nice workout for you. I think there are burpees in it, but now I'm not sure. So I hope there are going to be burpees in it. But anyway, take care. I hope that I can see you guys very soon in person, and have a lovely weekend.